So this is Sterling, and we got Sterling in October buyout, I believe. We had Todd come out and evaluate him last week. He didn't do that great with it. He is blind in this eye right here. And when Todd was going to work on picking up his feet, he was trying to kick and do all that fun stuff. So on his blind side, he does well. On the side he could see me out of, he starts to get a little nervous when I hit the flank area. So we're working a little bit on the flag. I just kind of want to keep doing this until he settles and he kind of quits bobbing his head. And I'll move him around a little bit. I might have it go up there when I'm walking him around too. Because when horses get really scared, they could freeze up. So you always want to make sure you get them moving their feet while you're doing these things as well. Because it'll tell you if they're really okay with it, or if they're just kind of freezing and shutting down on you. So I'll just keep doing this until he just keeps walking with me without really pulling on me. And I'll go ahead and quit. And I'm always going to keep my lead rope short right here. That way he can't get his head that way and turn around and kick me. If he wants to try to kick me, I can get his hind end away from me. So I'm just going to keep kind of working down here with this flag to see kind of where that starts to come out. And like I said, sometimes they'll freeze, so I'll get him moving his feet, and there he goes. He's starting to pick it up and wants to kick. So I'm just going to keep this here until he could settle with it. And when he quits and kind of settles, I'll give it to him and I'll give him his face a little bit here. Just kind of let him think. And I'm always going to come back up here and start, let's say, by his shoulder before I just go ahead and start messing with that leg again. And I might even start coming up here and his flank area with it to start getting him used to stuff on the inside of that leg as well. So this is the stuff I want to get out of there. If there's a farrier underneath of him, getting him trimmed up and they accidentally touch that flank, they don't want to get kicked. So sometimes when your horse is struggling with picking up feet, it might be something like this. They might be afraid of things touching them there, so you got to get them desensitized to that. And just kind of let him work that out. Right there, he quit. So I'll quit and I'll come over here and I'll give him a minute to think about everything. What horses see doesn't really transfer over, but what they feel can sometimes be absorbed, and they can learn off of how certain things feel. It's kind of scary, but it's not that scary. Good boy. So on this side, since he can't see, he's not going to be as reactive to that flag moving up and down right there. He can hear it, so he might get a little wigged out. But you still want to do this same thing. Because if you're going down a trail or something, or you're riding down the road and the plastic bag goes flying through the wind, it goes down his blind side and goes right there by his ear, you want him to be used to those things and not have to worry about him freaking out. You can grab onto that halter there so you can be a little closer without having to worry about getting kicked. You have control over his head. And if you have control over their head, you can turn their head this way. You have control over their hip as well. He settled a little bit, so I'll give him a break. I know, it's new stuff, it's weird. I got him to take a couple steps there without kicking out. He's still swishing his tail, which is showing me that he's still annoyed with it. But he's starting to begin to accept it. So the next time I bring him out, I'm probably going to do that again. And then I'm going to start working on picking up his feet with the rope, just to kind of see how he reacts to that. Overall, he did well for today. We've got a lot to work on. Probably some stuff to undo from previous handlers.